So the kind of the third question asked was, how do you personally define leading by example? And this is what I struggle with a little bit, because to me it's a little bit of that, just it's the doing. It is the, if I'm gonna expect someone to go and have that discussion with the client, or sit down and do some work that I know I could do, but I'm asking them to do, or I need them to do, and I don't have the skills for it. It's the it's that willingness to sit down there and be there with them, or go and have those discussions. So I think in my mind it's just the actual act of, not just saying I think you should do it this way, or here's some different things that I need you to do, and I'll be there with you. It's that turning around and actually being there and supporting them, and being right there in the trenches with them. So I think that's probably the way I would define how you would lead by example. So on that note, I don't know if you'd heard the ding there, but the wine's been opened and decanted, so I gotta get me a glass now. And hoping you guys have a great time. Cook some good food, enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon.
I define leading by example as, I guess, seeing those traits that I admire in others and trying to emulate them. So I'm trying to propagate that forward, of seeing people that are very honest and have a lot of humility, and are decisive and not afraid to make decisions. And I try to do those things as well. And then I hope that others around me see those same traits, admire those, and then also try to emulate that. All right, guys, I had a great time tonight. I hope you're enjoying your food. I'll see you soon. Ciao.
I really think the how for me is obviously in sort of Simon Sinek's golden circle, the one that connects the what and the why. And it's really the element of showing that you live this value, your value, and it's showing you live your why and connect it to your what. For me, that ability to be creative and try to inspire passion among everybody I work with, both professionally on that side, but personally as well, is very important to me. When I think about trying to inspire, passion, create smiles all around me, and that sort of component of Slalom's value, I think about how can I bring additional opportunities and adventures to the consultants I work with and the employees and colleagues I have on a daily basis. Some of the examples in that space are, we recently went on a camping trip with some folks, and that was a ton of fun. Last year I had an opportunity to take some people on a day-long sort of adventure outside of the state, so they didn't even sort of expect it, which was pretty interesting. Always trying to push that barrier a little bit and give people the opportunity to sort of say yes and kind of see what happens. And I love doing that by providing a limited amount of information to start. So if you ever get something that you're not quite sure where it came from and not quite sure what Slalom's pushing, hopefully you think of me as one of the people behind some of those ideas. I also bring that into my personal life as well. So recently I had a chance to connect with my mom. She was back in Dallas with me, and it was really interesting. She does not like to eat raw food. For instance, raw seafood is not a thing for her. And she's really not like that because she just doesn't know about it. She's never tried it. But she always says she wants to try new things. And so while she was in town, we had a chance to go to Nobu, which is a restaurant I think a lot of folks have probably heard about. One of the best sushi places around, and she was really excited about that and got to try that. Would have never done that without sort of having the opportunity for me to push that adventure towards her. We got to go watch the Mavericks and the Warriors play. She would have never thought about going to a basketball game by herself, and really didn't know that she had a chance to witness potentially one of the greatest seasons of all time and what the Golden State Warriors are doing. Although, of course, the Mavericks are going to do a great job and put up that great fight as well. But I think that's one of the things that for me is so important, is how do you live your why and your what to connect it through your how, and do that in a meaningful way, not only professionally, but also do that personally, which makes the whole thing more authentic, just like this villa. Well, I pretty much have to say goodbye to you guys right now. I'm supposed to head up to Montepulciano, which I think is a real place, and to go spend some time there. I don't know if I'm supposed to crush some grapes or stomp some grapes or throw some grapes at some friends. I'm not sure exactly what's supposed to happen, but I've never done some of those things before, and I love to check boxes and say I've accomplished all sorts of craziness. So I'm gonna head that way to the hill country out here and really get my wine on. So nice to see you guys all, and good luck out there. And hey, make sure when you're cooking your meal tonight, you add a little bit of vino in there, just to give it some extra flavor. See you guys.